We're in Linus, Pennsylvania again today for high school softball, and we've got a good rivalry matchup on the channel for you. Out of Section 1, Manheim Township taking on Warwick. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one. The first one of the game for Kate Shaak as she tacks on to those 55 strikeouts on the season.
I know, talking to some of the township players that play for me for travel ball, that is something that they were always working on in practices, is trying to attack that higher part of the zone, and Shaak really just lives up there, so I think that's going to be a really great pitch for her to go to today.
That Shaak took, her only one of the season, gets another strikeout, 2 to start the game out, and it seems like Kate Shaak is dealing right now, Amanda.
She definitely is, and again, she keeps going to that higher part of the zone, which is a really great pitch, has great movement on it, and I think it's going to be hard for Township to adjust to that. It's hard to get your hands up and continue to keep them out through the zone.
Pop fly here, third batter is Sarah Hess. Sam Shaak will take care of it, and just like that, we are done with the first inning here, the half of it for Warwick. 0-0 heading to the bottom of the first.
Just pressure on you in that position.
Ground ball back to the pitcher. She looks at third, and they call out. Okay, so, and again, that was a force play, so the player just had to touch the bag and instead tried to go to the tag. They will call the out here at third with 2 outs in the inning.
Ava did a great job of recognizing where the runners were and really jumping on that play to make and get the lead runner out.
Bunt attempt. Going to try her speed here, and they do just throw her out, and that is how the inning will end. 2 runners are stranded. Warwick cannot punch one home. It is 0-0 as we head top of the second.
Kate never really went inside on them, so maybe they are expecting that outside pitch.
Strikeout on that outside part of the plate. Just clipped the zone. There you go, right at the belt line. And all of her strikeouts have been pretty consistent. That was 56 miles per hour. Strikeout number 3 in the game for Shaak. 0-2 to Sharp. Strike 3 again. I mean, it's the same story. And they're caught looking again. At some point, they're going to have to go fishing out there. Elevates one here, maybe get her to fish high. That is high, popped up down the right side. Minney ranges over. Just like the first inning, a pop fly ends. And Kate Shaak has struck out 4 of the first 6 batters here against Manheim Township. Can Warwick get the bats going? Bottom of the second, we'll find out. That one is fouled down the first base line by Sanchez, trying to stay alive. Pitch was a little low and outside, had to go chase after it here, Amanda.
That was a great spot.
Right at
Ava,
you, look at that shot. You always love it when it comes right at you. The visualization that we do here, and that one misses upstairs. Sanchez, a pesky at bat, and she draws the walk.
That was a great at bat for CC. Going down 0-2 early in the count, I mean, fighting back then the whole way is awesome with a lot of foul balls, really just making sure she's getting her pitch but not swinging at any of Ava's balls.
I see Bella Smithson's arm yet. Nice pitch by Stern on the outside part of the plate. Pumps that one in there. 58 miles an hour for the strikeout. That's 2 in the inning for her.
Just around the zone, you know, that's where you want to live as a pitcher.
And that's a strikeout call for Stern. 3 in the inning. It remains 0s on the scoreboard. We head to the third.
It's going to be really hard for Township to touch that pitch.
That one comes right over the outside part of the plate. A check swing, it doesn't matter. Strike 3, 5th of the ball game for Kate Shaak. Shaak decides to go with. Upstairs it was, strikeout again. Give her 6 in the ball game as she is cruising here against the lineup one time through for Township. Try and go the other way. Ground ball, shortstop. Heisey across the diamond. Another quick inning for Warwick. It's 1-2-3. And after the third inning of hitting for Township, 0 still.
But really continue to keep her dominance in the circle.
Ground ball to shortstop. That's Bly there. Looked like a bit of a mishit from Overly. She is out for out number 1 in the inning.
But if they're giving her the green light, might as well.
Fly ball to right field, but easy for Ella Sharp out there. She really didn't have an issue with that. And 1 pitch, another out for Township, and they're cruising through the top of the lineup here, second time through. Defense going. Ground ball smoked through the middle of the field. Smithson thinking 2 here. Actually peaked 3 there, and I think made the smart decision not to. And we'll stroll into second with a double here. Warwick looks like they're back in business.
And that came off her bat at 72.3 miles per hour. So in a pitch that's coming in at 58 for an exit speed going out at 72, it's hard to stop that, no matter where that is. So even if it was at someone, one of the fielders, you know, that's really hard to stop a pitch coming off that fat.
Warwick's base running. Squared around, and they're going to go. The delayed steal, head first slide. Ball did come free, but Smithson was safe anyway. Look at the smile on her. What a hustle play as they try and get a little bit closer here to drive in a run.
Yeah, I don't think Bella steals a whole lot, so I'm sure she surprised herself with that one as well.
Flared to right, and that'll drop in. It's an RBI single for Minney. Clutch hitting for Warwick. Smithson comes home. A 1-0 lead for the Warriors. Just like that, Amanda, you get your 3-hitter up. She gets on, gets into better scoring position, and you've manufactured the lead right now.
I was just going to say for Maddie, she's really hard to get out. You know, wherever you throw her in the zone, she attacks it, and that pitch was even a little bit more outside in the other batter's box, and she just drove it to right. But in that case, you know, you need to drive that ball to right field in order to get those runs home anyway. So that's a really good piece of hitting for Maddie, especially with the way that Shaak is throwing in the circle.
Great point. Pop fly to second is handled nicely by Katie Moore. Inning over, but Warwick strikes, takes the 1-0 lead.
But do the same thing. You have to protect.
Strike out as Smithson zips that down to third. It is the 7th of the game.
It looks like that was in the other batter's box, but when you're that close to the plate, you know, for Kate, that's a good job of moving even more outside, and for Blah, you have to protect.
The schedule, they're 5-5 overall. Another strikeout, swing and a miss for Shaak. Give her 8 in the ball game, and this is quite an impressive performance.
Shaak's doing a really great job of using all parts of the zone on the outside corner. I mean, going high, low, staying even more off the plate. So if you can really attack that zone and continue to stay there, it's going to be hard for Township to drive those pitches.
Early on. That one's a bloop hit out to short, and it is handled by Katie Heisey, just like it was in the first inning. We are through 4.
Shaak last time, she really went up in the zone.
That one is driven out to center field, and the aggressiveness of Lusk does not pay off. Shaak gonna go for 3 here. Look at those long strides, and the aggressiveness, the hard hitting of Warwick pays off with a runner standing on third base. That was an aggressive move there. It pays off for Warwick.
I was just saying about how she went up in the zone last time on her, and Sam really did a good job of getting those hands up, and especially with her height, I mean, if you can throw it, you know, a good rise ball for a typical batter is going to end around like your chin height, but for Sam, since she's so tall, it's going to end up around her waist, so that's a really hard pitch to...
They showed you where it came across in the strike zone there, and it was, yeah, right, like about letters high as we call it, and now Coach Bender has to go out here and have a chat with his squad. I mean,
to land, it's going to be easier for them to drive those pitches no matter what spot they're in.
That one goes low in the zone from Stern. She gets another strikeout.
Great job of attacking every single pitch that Ava's thrown.
That looked off speed, and it was about 10 mile an hour slower. And she changed speeds and got the result she wanted.
That is such a crucial pitch, and I was just talking about throwing off speed, especially when you're facing these batters more than once. And she brought that out at the perfect time. Her fastball is around 60, and that was a 48.6 mile per hour changeup. That's all you need, too. You need one tough at bat, and you really kind of find your place.
Ground ball across the diamond from Bly, and again, Stern gets out of it. Township gets out of it. It remains 1-0. We head top 5. Oh, that was ripped out to left field. It skips by Marlee Martin. Stern is on her horse, rounding second, heading for third. Relay's not going to be there in time. Boy, did she get a hold of that one, and that breaks up the no-hitter that Kate Shaak had going.
If they are doing some sort of squeeze play.
She is out. The throw home as Bella Smithson had it blocked pretty good. Kate Shaak had to just barely get it there, and they gun the runner home. And I think Warwick is pretty pumped.
Yeah, that was, I don't know if Bryant was trying that, but that's exactly what you want to do. You want to just put it in play somewhere soft, but if it was anywhere other than back at Kate, I think that would have been a successful play.
I agree.
It looked like they had a lot of energy after that play.
Hard bunt to third, across the diamond, and yes, Minney does tap the first baseline, the first base bag, and ends the inning. Warwick gets out of quite a jam. It is 1-0.
She was up 3-0, and she really attacked that first pitch strike that she got.
That time gets beamed, and she'll head down. I guess at this point you'll take it however you can get it.
Ava threw that one 61 miles per hour, though, so I hope that she continues to stay in the zone. 'Cause as a pitcher, if you start to get too overwhelmed, too much pressure, and you're changing things that you're doing just to try and either put it past the hitters or whatever it is, you know, it's not always for the best. Whether it's a hit, a walk, hit by pitch.
Ground ball skips in the dirt. Can they turn two here? They will not be able to, and that actually hit the runner as she was going. And they will award, well, it went out of play as well. So nonetheless, in a wacky softball way, you trade the out. Somehow you're standing on second base here, Amanda.
Yeah, I mean, she did her job, like whether it was overly getting to second or the ball going out of play and Heisey getting to second. Either way, now you have a runner in scoring position. We'll see if they'll bring it out again.
Reaches out to the right side. Hard charging is Sharp. Makes the play. They're going to have to throw to third across the diamond, and a nice throw it was. A double play by Township. The top of the order is shut down, and this one remains 1-0 as we head to the sixth.
At the same time, I think it's going to mess her up if it's low in the zone.
Pop fly. Shaak elects to take it as Sanchez comes over. It works. Nonetheless, a little bit of miscommunication there, but out number one is recorded for Warwick.
Honestly, the hardest thing for pitchers is fielding your position. I know I talked about this before, but as a pitcher, I mean, if you can really dominate yourself and in hitting your spots and everything, and you do the job to get the out and that pop fly, sometimes that's the hardest part, is just catching the pop fly or making that throw for a ground ball. Needs two pitches, or that low outside pitch, or high in the zone. So
goes high there. That one will be just foul. As you can see Coach Bender's face, it was a front row seat for him. Watch where this ball lands. Over the third baseman's head, just foul. And again, that could be one or two bags for his base runner there.
Not going to be able to get your hands in as tight.
Goes upstairs, gets the strikeout. It's number 10 in the ball game for Kate Shaak, and that's 2 outs in the inning. Inside popped up. Who's going to take it? Smithson handles it like a pro, and that is the last out of the inning. Warwick leads it 1-0. Coming to bat, bottom of the sixth. Warwick here in the sixth. And it's a strikeout for Stern, a huge one for the Blue Streaks as they get out number one.
It's going to be hard for them to make those adjustments consistently.
That one is driven back up the middle off the glove of Moore. And Ellis will find her way to first base. So a base runner on here for the Warriors. They took advantage quickly. They jumped all over Stern that time.
Yeah, Ellis did a good job of attacking that first pitch. I mean, sometimes, like I said earlier, if that's the best pitch you're going to get out of the hole at bat. You know, once the pitcher establishes that first pitch strike.
Pitch from Stern. And Ellis goes. They're going to test the arm of Hess. And it's successful. Stolen base there for Warwick. They continue to be aggressive.
That was actually a really good call for Warwick, too, because it looked like Ava threw a changeup on that one. So that one came in at 47 miles per hour. So as a runner, you get a better jump on those slower pitches because you have more time to get there. The faster pitches, if they're in the 60s, you don't have as much time to react before the catcher gets it.
Shaak drives this one out to the fence. Runner coming around third in Ellis. She'll touch home. Shaak's going for third again, using those long strides. It's an RBI triple, and Warwick's lead grows 2-0 now. What a swing from the older Shaak.
Again, that came off the bat at 65 miles per hour. It carried 194 feet, so it actually just went right over Carissa Lusk's head. But when the ball's hit that hard, especially as a line drive, that's really hard to react to. I mean, for pop flies, you have more time to get under, but that was a really hard-hit ball that would just kept going.
We'll see what happens here in this at-bat. Ground ball to third. It skips past Hughes. What a clutch swing out of Martin. It drives in Shaak. That is the third run of the game for Warwick, and they pad that lead and give themselves more breathing room in this ball game.
For Warwick, this is a really big inning. I mean, getting later in the game, Township's not out of it yet, and they still look like they have a good attitude about everything, but the more runs you have, the bigger the momentum shift. So if they can continue just putting the ball in play, making things happen.
1-1 pitch. Upstairs, runner goes. Nice throw. It is dropped, though. So either way, Martin is safe. Again, still aggressive out there. This Warwick team, it seems to be in their DNA over the years.
Yeah, Sarah has did a really good job of getting up and getting that ball, but then recognizing that that runner's going.
Big pitch coming here from Stern. And she gets the strikeout. Give her 9 in the ball game, and it shuts down the inning, but not before Warwick pushes 2 more across. They lead it 3-zip.
It's a little challenging for someone coming in.
Hard hit ball out in the gap off the bat of Sarah Hess. And it looks like she will almost head for third there, and I think the stop sign was thrown up by Coach Bender. Smart idea, because the relay was a good one, but great contact there from Manheim Township. Just want to get those 3 outs. Strikeout, fake throw, as Smithson is fired up. It's the 3rd strikeout against Sharp today, and it is 12 strikeouts in the game for Kate Shaak.
That's a really great pitch for Kate going up in the zone, especially with, looked like Sharp was even expecting that too. You know, she was going right away, but just dominating that zone.
Plate, a lot of work to do here for Township. That one is driven out to the gap. Ranging over is Overly. The ball is thrown in quickly, but it's an RBI single for Bryant as she drives home Hess, and the gap has closed here a bit.
Bryant did a really good job of attacking that first pitch. It looked like Kate brought that over the plate a little bit more, but as a pitcher, you know, you want to attack that zone early, so you have to stay over the plate. But she did a really good job of just going with that pitch and not trying to do anything crazy with it.
That came in a little bit slower than what Shaak is usually zipping it in there. Pop fly, this could be it. Sam Shaak takes charge and gloves it, and Warwick gets a huge win over their rival in Manheim Township, evening the series, and more importantly, jumping ahead in Section 1 now with a 5-1 record, a big 3-1 win for the Warriors.